now the 944s are making their way out onto the grid.
Welcome to round one of the 2022 Porsche 944 Challenge Series Australia, proudly sponsored by 888 Home Loans.
It's the fastest of our one-make tin top series going around. They're Porsche thoroughbreds, exceptionally well balanced. The 50-50 split is famous on these 944s.
The season started at Melbourne's SANDOWN Raceway, a real power circuit, with fast top speeds, hard braking zones, and the ever-present walls.
Good field, 16 cars, that's what we like to see.
The usual big names of Westaway, Bella, Brewer and Howe are all back, but with plenty of newcomers, Jack Atlee, Vlad Kennedy, Mark Verdino and Carter Fox all making their 944 debuts.
Ready to go for the final race for day one.
Last year's champion, Jamie Westaway, was keen to get his season off to a flying start, while former champion Cameron Bella was eager to claw back the title he'd relinquished. The field rolled out for race one on Saturday afternoon and in dry, clear conditions.
Victorian State Race Series, and away we go.
It was a great start by both of the front row.
Bella gets the fight. He drags 1 metre.
Debutant Carter Fox, however, failed to get away.
Jamie Westaway, and we've got someone left on the back of the grid.
Bella narrowly going into the first corner ahead of Westaway, but the battle for the lead would begin to really heat up as the pair traded punches going into turn three.
Gets off the line there. Well done, Jamie. Hangs tough, and this is what he needs to do with Cam Bella. Keep to the inside here. They've got to go line astern with each other through this part of the track. They're not going to. There's Bella, and that's what he does. The number 55 just gets it. They should have gone line astern with each other, and he just jammed it upside Jamie.
Heading into the fastest and most notorious part of the circuit, the infamous turn 6. Brewer and Torberts both showed great courage and skill, with Torberts narrowly holding on to third position.
The number 31, it's going to be 74 that holds on, holds P3.
But the veteran Dickie Howe wanted a piece of the action as well, and he slid into fourth spot, before running wide and letting Brewer and Tony Westaway in on the action.
The 31 starts the fight back and does it. Richard Howe, rush of blood for the veteran racer.
James Mitchell came together with the poolmaster entry of Andrew Jackman, going into the fast turn 1.
Car number 46.
46 is Jamie Mitchell.
The Martini liveried machine. He's trying to get that refired. It looks like he stole it.
Whilst further up the field, it wasn't long before Brewer slid past the black and gold machine.
Westaway is right on the back of Bella.
At the head of the field, like two heavyweight boxers, it was Westaway and Bella slugging it out, going toe-to-toe and corner for corner, both constantly wanting the lead.
Bella.
This is what we did on the first lap. It's exactly the replay of the first lap. Bella does the same move again and leaves the Ausfield Oils car. Number 1 of Jamie Westaway just languishing back in P2.
Reigning champion Westaway eventually grabbed the lead with a courageous move into turn 1.
Closer there around the last couple of corners. He's right there. And again, Bella forced to defend on the pit straight down towards turn 1. Of course, turn 2 and turn 3 won't be an overtaking opportunity if Mariner hasn't moved that car. But turn 1 is. Here he goes. Up
he's going to make it stick too. Can he get through 1? Has he gone in too shallow? Oh, he keeps it off the ribble strip, just uses it to hold him back on the track there and throws him back into the lead of the race. Well done, Jamie.
Only to see it all slip away, as an exhaust came loose, no doubt affected by the higher than normal ripple strips which this challenging circuit is known for.
Commercial reason, last lap, here we go again. The challenge. Westaway's got something dragging underneath the car. Sparks coming out from under the car. He would be hearing that and feeling that. Yeah, we can hear that being picked up through the cameras as well.
She's just got to nurse the thing home. A reasonable margin, but it's certainly not comfortable.
Just married car driving away with all the tins rattling around behind, doesn't it? Oh, there it goes. It's off the car now too and plonks itself in the middle of the track.
With Westaway hampered, it was the 4-time champion, Cameron Bella, who came home to claim victory in race 1 of the season. A wounded Westaway crossed the line in second, And a fast finishing Adam Brewer set the tone for the rest of his season, coming home in third place.
Tell us about your mechanical issues. Have you exhausted all the problems?
That's a good one, Mark. Yes, I think so. We have repaired the exhaust. It is now fully attached to the car and it is performing well.
With race 1 under the belt, the field rolled out for race 2
we've gone
on
through
Sunday
another bracket,
morning.
and
with the
should
sun
be good to go
shining,
again.
it was a perfect day for racing.
Green flag, back to the field. Andrew Bloor and Mark Torberts stand poised, hoping that these cars...
The grid decided by the previous night's finishing positions.
Richard House,
It was
smack bang
Bella and
centre in the
Westaway
picture
leading
there
from
of
the front.
I'm going to say
Brewer and
German
Torberts
colours.
making up the
Porsche
second
colours
line.
there, white, black, red, yellow.
Again, Westaway and Bella raced into turn 1, and again, it was Bella who took the early initiative.
Gets the second gear grabbed nicely. What has Jamie Westaway got for him? He's got everything. Third gear, it just pulls a little bit back on him. The Triple Eight home loan cars go side by side through turn 1. Westaway hangs tough on the outside. Gets up on that ripple strip. Gets just gazumped a little bit by Bella.
Jack Utley made a solid start, moving up 4 places, while
Absolutely
Keith
brilliantly.
Mariner also gained
Jag to the
multiple
right,
positions.
Jag back to the left, grab a little bit of ripple strip on the way through. Jack Atley does exactly that. Keith Mariner has pushed in after a rear of grid start there, getting on with it as they come up the hill. It'll be the very familiar sight of Cameron Bella in the Aqua.
Jimmy Mitchell
Triple Eight
in the
home loan,
Martini
Porsche
coloured livery
944
became the
challenge,
first
leading the
casualty
way.
in the field.
Jamie Westaway, what's he got? What has the 31 of Adam Brewer got? Mark Torberts is definitely
And
in
it wasn't
there as
long
well.
before Westaway tried to claim the lead into turn 1.
We got a spinner down at Dandenong Road. I think that was car number 46.
Here we go. Jamie Westaway gets a good run onto the straight. Storms on by on driver's left. He's very tight to turn 1, and that does not work out well for him at all. What it does do is it sees Adam Brewer jam himself into
Back
P2.
in the pack, Battle Royale was
That's a good
formed
drive.
between
It
veteran
can be a bit of
Andy
a sit and
Jones,
wait in
Andrew
these
Jackman,
situations when
and
you don't
newcomer
just have
Mark
that
Vadino.
outright speed that the two leaders have got. But Jamie Westaway had to try it.
And after losing 2 spots on the previous
Jackman
lap,
outfit.
the champion wanted it
Switching,
back.
the 44
Attacking
off the back
Brewer
there, that's
into
Vadino
turn
as
1,
well.
with
So
the AVI
this could
technology
go either
driver
way with these
holding
three.
his own.
As we see, it is further up. Westaway trying to take position number 2, and once again runs a little bit wide at turn 1, but I think he might hold the position as they head towards turn 2. He'll have the inside, but if Brewer can hold it round, he'll have the inside for turn number 3, which he does. He'll also have the inside for turn
In
number
the end,
4,
it
but
was sorted.
Westaway won't
Westaway
allow that.
charging back
Holds
into
it around
second,
the outside
gunning
and
for
takes
Bella
position
out
number
in
2.
front.
Great bit of driving between the pair of them.
Josh
Breathe,
Britton suffered
everybody,
mechanical
breathe.
fault.
That was a good run from.
Meanwhile, Jones and Vadino still had a score to settle.
Contact unnecessarily so. With the green cut, probably someone's going slow there.
No, I didn't pick who it was either, but certainly pulled over.
Thousands or hundreds per second. Alongside now. This is a great battle. Fighting it out, the number 33.
Whilst Atley, Mariner
Jones,
and the young gun
and the
Carter
44
Fox all began to battle
Vadino goes
to
through
hold the top
wide.
10.
He's going to have to try and straighten it up. Straight lines it over the ripple strip. No harm, no foul. Play on. Dip it in to Dandenong Road. Sounds good. Sounds good. There goes Jack Atley.
On debut,
the pit
Fox
lane clothing
attacked
car.
into turn 1.
Driving pretty good out there, just inside the top door, in 10th place. And there's 2 behind him in Mariner and Fox. Carter Fox, brand new to the game.
And at the front,
and Keith
Westaway
Mariner, a
had
veteran
now reeled
literally
in
of 944 racing. And number 7 goes off the track there.
But this
That's
time
Carter
there being
Fox.
no
That's
mechanical
one thing
issue.
he's got to learn.
The slipstream proved too much.
Both of them line astern of each other there, so Jamie Westaway won't have any advantage / disadvantage because he's done exactly the same line as Bella. What he does have is this hole in the air. He goes to the right-hand side under brakes. Got the driving lights on there. Swings it in. Jamie Westaway. He keeps trying it. And goes out over the ripple strip. He's there. He's got it. He's going on. Cameron Bella's gone. You wanted that much, mate. Do you want to come back
Carter
on?
Fox
There you
was
go.
still
I'll
on the
catch
chart.
up with you.
Yeah, good move.
Good
Slid
move
it
by
in
Jamie
sideways.
Westaway.
Slid
Nice.
in sideways around the outside, yes, to retake the lead, which is assessed.
Attlee, Mariner, Fox here on the S's down into Dandenong Road. There's Jack Attlee there, the red and white car. Pit Lane Clothing Company emblazoned on the side. It's Mariner, and then it's Carter Fox. Welcome to Motor Racing, Carter. 944 Racing.
Fox, as we saw, he ran wide down at turn 1, but he's caught back up again, and he's going to have another go at Mariner. This time, hopefully, he'll be able to pull it up into turn number 1. Here we go. Certainly on the brakes a little earlier. Gets it into the apex. Nice move.
After
there.
taking
What was
Mariner
Attlee
and
doing then? He got
Attlee in his
himself all
sights.
mixed up all by himself because he watches the rear vision mirrors, watching the show going on behind him.
He's going to come under pressure here from the hard-charging Fox. As you can see, head down the back straight. Yes, the fight is certainly on for position number 10, the back end of the top 10 on offer here.
We've just had a change of place there. Attlee goes back one spot there as we're just talking about the sponsor on the side of the car there. That's the number 7 of
Fox,
Mariner.
who's just gone through the
Gone
gravel.
through.
So made the move, did all the hard work, but big lock-up down at Dandenong Road.
Off the back straight, they'll have a 10-lapper later on
At the
this
front, the race will
afternoon.
eventually go
The
to
last
Jamie
race of the day at
Westaway.
4:45. Lock up there. This is the replay with Fox. Got the spot and then threw it all away. Got his Osfield Oil Supplies. Car number
Grabbing the
1.
victory by a
Jamie
split second
Westaway
over Cameron
driving
Bella,
brilliantly
with Brewer
here
home
today.
in third.
Can't take it away from Cam Bella either. He didn't gift it to anybody. He had to fight for it.
We're here now having a chat with race 2 winner Jamie Westaway. Jamie, tell us about your weekend.
Yeah, it's been a good weekend. A few ups and downs mechanically, so we're sort of working those out at the moment. But otherwise, I got great pace, so just keeping on top of that and hoping to have another clean race in the last one.
Cam, how's the weekend gone?
Yeah, pretty good actually. P1 in race 1, and then I got second in the second. So,
So third and a third.
no, we're going to go for first again. But no, we had some really good battles with Jamie there, and trying to go a bit more aggressive this season. So really stepping up my Dick Howell blocking and lines skills this year. So
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
a bit of that, yeah. I mean, look, I'm still going to give him room where it needs it, but I'm just not going to give him any extra than he needs. So it seemed to work in race 1, and race 2 we almost got there, but he's got the pace again. So we'll just see how we go.
Adam Brewer, who's had a very good weekend so far. Adam, tell us about it.
Well, it has been a good weekend. We had some car trouble in quali and didn't get the maximum pace out of the car, but we found the gremlins, and race 1's been really good. Race 2 even better. Even got up to second, got in front of Jamie, but just couldn't hold him back, unfortunately, and he was slipped by me after turn 1, and we went side by side through turn 2, which was pretty exciting. But just he's very quick, and then after he left me, he just chased after Cam, and even pipped Cam at the end. So they're both of them have run really good, and everyone's having a cracker weekend, I reckon. Hopefully, race 3, we'll see if I can hang on to the back of them and give them a good run for their money, eh?
Mr. Torbitts, how are you, sir? How are you going? How is your weekend? Still going?
It is still going. It's actually been a good weekend. So been very, very happy with the car performance. The car is handling really well. It's doing everything really well, apart from going really fast in a straight line really well. So that's the only area we're lacking. But yeah, the balance and the handling has been fantastic, especially after the little incident we had at Island Magic. So I was yeah, a little bit sort of worried about how it would feel, but it feels as good as ever. Yeah, we're just lacking some of the top end pace of the guys up the front, so we'll have to look at maybe doing a new engine or something, because I think it's a little bit tired and time for a refresh there, so we can mix it with the guys up front. We're here having a chat with Andrew Jackman, getting into the third race of the weekend. How's your weekend gone, Mr. Jackman?
Pretty good for me, isn't it? Making the third race.
What's been the highlight of your weekend so far?
Highlight of my weekend, my qualifying. I suppose that's a PB for me. I think it was a PB lap time. I think. So I'm going to try and chase that this afternoon in the 10-lapper. But happy with small steps and progress as I go. So, but yeah, qualifying well inside the top 10. Been very encouraging. So
We're here having a chat now to Tony Westaway, driver of the number 3 this year. What's been the highlights for you this weekend?
Being back for a start, I think. Other than that, there hasn't been too many highlights. I've spent too much time working on the car, quite frankly. But so I've got 2 to work on.
Well, they've both finished all the races.
They have. Parts of them have been around the track, but no, we've got them back together. So
I already used my exhaust pun with Jamie, so I won't use it again.
Good.
So what are you looking forward to in this last race? What's going to happen?
I'm going to try and get a decent start. You know, it's first time back in for 3 or 4 months, so just trying to get used to the car again at the moment.
We're having a chat now with Andy Jones, who is fiercely contending for the title of top POM for this weekend, and I think leading the race after Keith Mariner's race 1 DNF. What are you going to do to make sure you take that mantle for the weekend?
Hopefully start well like I did in the last race and pick up a couple of spots and keep Keith behind me.
That's the plan. Excellent. How's the first couple of races gone for you?
Good, but a little disappointed. I'm about a second off my Friday practice times. I just don't seem to have the race pace. So go out and try it again in the last feature race, 10 laps, to try and claw something back. But so far, 2 top 10 finishes, pretty happy.
We're here now talking to Keith Mariner. Keith, you have had an interesting weekend. I think you've spent more time underneath your car than you have inside your car. What's happened?
Oh, thank you, Mark. Been a tough one this weekend, and some unfortunate human behaviour and car behaviour as well. So, yes, most of the time under the car, with a little bit of a mistake in practice by not connecting the steering wheel correctly, which took me off at Dandenong Road.
You don't have to have a steering wheel on, but it helps.
It certainly helps, and just trying to steer by the steering column is not as effective as a steering wheel.
I thought so.
Yes, and then eventually got out, and then the rear suspension broke. Unfortunately, just a nut sheared off. No maintenance issues or anything. And but with kind support of the series, and thanking AJ 1.0, Andrew Jackson, for lending me a control arm and going to his factory to get it, and Bella Motorsport with Cam and Andy to helping me with parts left, right and centre, using their nighttime hours to help get some parts for me. So being a real team effort, not necessarily my team, but a real team effort, so much appreciated.
We're talking here with Jack Atley, who's getting ready for race 3 for this weekend. Jack, how's the weekend gone?
Look, pretty up and down. Oh, it's probably finding the feet a bit in round 1. Sandown's not our favourite track, but if we can get through the round and get some points and keep it clean, we're looking forward to Winton and Phillip Island after that.
So is it the first time here at Sandown for you in the 944?
It's the first time here in a 944. I've certainly done a lot of laps around this place in other categories and other cars, but you definitely notice the surface changes, and yeah, just still getting used to, Dandenong Road, these sort of corners. Obviously, Sandown's known as a power circuit, so you've just got to get your exits right, and that's sort of what we've been working on all weekend, really. But the car's great. The driver needs a bit of work, but as I said, it's getting through round 1 cleanly, and then looking forward to the rest of the season.
We're here with Mark Verdino, who's having his first round with the Porsche 944 Challenge this weekend. Mark, how's it gone so far?
Yeah, really good. Probably above what I was expecting. Not that I was expecting too much, sort of just getting to know the car, getting to know the track a little bit more, but yeah, everything's been going really well. The boys have been a big help, Cam and Andy here. And everyone's been in the whole category actually been really helpful, really welcoming. So yeah, having a great time.
And what have your results been so far this weekend?
P8, so qualified P8. Race 1 finished P8, and race 2 finished P8 so far. So hopefully we'll just keep P8 again in race 3 and call it a weekend, I reckon.
Sounds good. Consistency, that's excellent.
Yep.
What made you come to the 944 Challenge?
I've wanted to get into racing for a long time, and I was sort of looking at different categories and ended up getting put onto Cam and Andy, and yeah, we went for a test day down at Winton in December last year and fell in love with the cars. Awesome. They just handle unreal, and straight after that session, I pretty much said to the boys, just find me a car and let's go racing.
We're here with Vlad Kennedy, who's brand new to the series for 2022, driving in this round. It's 41 this round, but it will be 23 from next round onwards. So, how's your weekend gone, Vlad?
Look, it's been an interesting weekend. It's been a long weekend. We started off with our observed licence test. That was a nerve-wracking day, so we were happy to get our licence at the end of the day on Friday, and had the first race Saturday. Eased into it, but the times have been going down, so improved about 5 seconds. So looking for a bit more improvement on the last race, but it's been awesome.
Excellent. And this is only the second time driving a car, I believe, this weekend?
Yeah, it's the second time I've ever driven a car. Drove it at Winton last week. That was just a 30-minute thing, and first time driving it here, so had a few spins, found the limit a few times, but didn't hit anything, so it was a bittersweet moment. But yeah, it's been awesome. The people around here have been awesome. That's what I've really been surprised about, is just the support, how comfortable it is here, and Cam and Andy and Bella Motorsport's just been magnificent. I didn't know it would be that good, so I'm really happy with that. Good group of guys.
Jim Mitchell, tell us about your race weekend thus far.
Starts have been excellent as usual, but
well, there's a surprise.
Getting around the track's been a bit difficult. When I've been off twice, so looking for a better one on the next run.
Okay. What's happened? Tell us some details.
I got caught up in traffic a little bit and got a little bit of a nudge on turn 1 the first time. Second time I was a bit too anxious at Dandenong, and that was my own fault. The next time I'll go a bit slower and get around the corner.
Oh, it's something to strive for the next race. Excellent. Excellent. Well, look forward to seeing you out there on track for the last one. Anyone you'd like to thank for the weekend?
No one to thank, no.
No, just it's all you. That's it. It's no one else. We're here now with Carter Fox, who, as Darren Smith said in the Blendline coverage, that is an excellent name for a race car driver. He's here having his first round with the 944 Challenge this weekend. Carter, welcome. How's the experience been?
Really good so far. Yeah, all positive. Had a few mistakes, obviously, getting used to the car, but it's all good. Come through and car's still straight, so it's all good.
Excellent. What's been your highlights for the weekend?
Probably the overtaking. Had some good pace when I was going, and then just a few mistakes that have sort of upset that. But it's all learning. First round, so we'll keep it on with it and keep going.
100%. What made you choose the 944 Challenge to start racing?
The crew, everyone. When we were looking around through all the paddock and stuff, everyone in the 944 was absolutely a really close-knit bunch and really nice and welcoming, so big thank you to them and everything like that. So yeah.
Excellent. What's the plans or the ambition, I should say, for the last race?
Again running dry but cooling conditions, and again no surprises, with Westaway and Bella at the front.
There it is, great shot. Showing the grid here.
But this time, Jamie had learnt the lesson and managed to stay in front going into the first corner.
And away they go. Bella gets the best start there. The Osfield Oils car of Jamie Westaway just goes, no way, how did he do that? Grabs second gear. Jamie tries to range back up alongside, holds it on the rev limiter. They draw alongside. Westaway just crowding over the Bella's piece of track there. Nice strategy. I like that out of car 1. That's how you get the number 1 sticker on the side of your car. You just slowly but surely chip away at it. The rest of the field streaming on through for 888 home loans. All cars on their Yokohama tyres, and they are such a durable race tyre and fast. There's really no compromise here. They're fast, they're durable, and often those two things don't
Andrew
go together
Jackman
in
had an
a
early
race
scare.
tyre. There's the Keyway built car number 41 of Vlad Kennedy. And Fox rounding out the back of the field there for Carter Fox in the number 7.
And Adam Brewer
a little
tagged
bit
on
of a
the
look
top 2.
into turn number 6, but can't make a half-hearted move there. It's got to be fully committed, or else, as we've seen in the past, some big accidents can occur there. Oh, number 20. That's Jackman getting it all crossed up over the turn 7 curbs and down into Dandenong Road. It's leaving him a little bit vulnerable to Anthony Westaway. We see these front 2, in fact 3. That's what we like to see. Brewer going with these 2 early on in this final 944 race.
The Osfield Oil Distribution entry.
Fired up Mark Torbitts took on his old rival Dickie Howe.
Dandenong Road, and weighing in very nicely indeed is Adam Brewer. He has gone with this leading duo, hasn't gone with them in the previous races this weekend, and staying with them at the moment. So this is good for the number 31. Mark Torbitts and Richard Howe now straight. 74 looming big in Richard Howe's number 8 Mirrors.
As Anthony Westaway joined the party.
They go. Torbert's under brakes, very big in the Mirrors now. Richard Howe.
Whilst Jackman
Good
and
drive out
Verdino
of turn
began
one.
a
The
battle
74
royale.
looks to go around the outside, setting himself up for some good drive on the back straight here, Mark Torbert. So we'll see if he can flow it nicely. They both. Verdino and Jackman, that's what we're looking at here. The two blue cars, the 44 of Verdino. Jackman in the Poolmaster number 20 car there. They're having a good run. This is for position 7 and 8 on the road. Andrew Jones just in the back of shot. There he is.
Cameramen and women, a bit more work to do there.
That's right, yeah. Late in the day, nothing like focusing them on the job. This is what we want. This is the shot. Thank you very much, everybody part of the production team. Mark Torbert's now just losing a little bit of space there to Richard Howe, and he's also handing a little bit to Tony Westaway. Richard Howe's driven away, so Mark Torbert. All of the 944s carry the Porsche window banner. It's not because they're Porsche enthusiasts, partly it is, they love their Porsches, and who wouldn't? Porsche Cars Australia have a commercial tie-up with this category. They see it as part of their competition pyramid. So your club level, your Porsche car clubs and club sprints and rallies and different social occasions. Then into the racing with the entry level here of the 944s. Just as we say that, Torberts finds some speed on the straight there and ranges alongside Richard Howe again, and he's going to bring Tony Westaway with him as well. Torberts looks to the inside. There it is, the big throw down the inside. Richard Howe saw that coming, and he said, "Yeah, righto, young fella. Back it up a bit, stay behind me." And what that's done is Mark Torbert's good on him for throwing that at him. He had to really give it a shot. So Porsche Cars Australia, we thank them for all their involvement there, as Mark Torbert's now has Tony Westaway charging up beside him. Torbert's got the inside run, and yeah, he did that dive up the inside gave him lost momentum.
Jimmy Mitchell again tried his best to hold off the ever-present Mariner Carter Fox.
And, they're doing a tremendous job presenting this category, and they all work very well. It's actually quite a strong club. They love racing, and don't get it wrong. This is not a social affair. They do get right into it.
Speaking of somebody
Mariner and Mitchell in reverse order. It's Mitchell to Mariner and Fox out there, and it's Atlee just in the background. Off into the dirt for the 46 there, so threw up a whole lot of dirt to cars behind, so gave a good faceful to Keith and to Fox, and Atlee arrived on the scene there as well, who hasn't scored a lap since lap number 6. We're on 3 laps to go for our race leaders, and by the way, they are down into Dandenong Road. So, big run wide there for the 46. That's a shame for Mitchell. Gets back on and doesn't actually lose the spot.
Whilst up the field, Howe began to see real pressure from Westaway.
But yeah, as you say, regained his composure, got back on the track and retains position number 10. So this is the fight at the back end of the top 10. Fox, as he was in the last race, just trying to get back into the top 10 up.
Jackman's tyres eventually giving out.
Now in position 4 ahead of Anthony Westaway, and he was still 200ths of a second slower than the man behind him, so nothing separating these two on pace at the moment, and that's why we see them still lying astern. Great battle.
He's currently the gap, but the
spin. It wasn't a lockup that I heard, it was a spin for Jackman.
In the end, it was the reigning champion, Jamie Westaway, who held off the ever-consistent Cameron Bella, leading from start to finish to claim the final race and the round 1
so
win.
Moves have to be made. Can't be patient now. Anthony Westaway has to make his move within the next 2 kilometres.
To Cameron Bella. It's been a long time since Cameron's had a car, 4 or 5 car links and 1.2 seconds further up the road than him. As Jamie Westaway points it up, he won last year's title. There is the checkered flag, driving very, very well is Jamie Westaway, and ought to be congratulated after this weekend. The guy behind him is a very hard guy to beat.
let's talk some behind the scenes action that you've been doing. Obviously, with the 888 Home Loans sponsor that you've sort of drummed up for the challenge.
Yeah, 100%. Cameron from 888 Home Loans has reached out.
Bloody good name.
That must be a good bloke. Cameron's come on board with us this year. Naming rights sponsor. So all the cars are adorned with 888 Home Loans stickers on the front of the car. So you'll see them also for the future rounds. So it's been great to have them on board. Thanks to them for coming onto the series. They're also, as you say, continuing to support improved production Hyundai Excels as well. And they join our existing portfolio of great sponsors that we've got. With Porsche Cars Australia, obviously, that had been supporting us now for a good 5 or 6 years in official capacity. And also our continuing sponsors. We thank all of them for their loyalty and their support. Hopefully, we'll have some fun out there and bring back a bunch of straight cars and we'll see everyone again at Winton.